throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I won't bend, break, I'm going away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Riverside, California, site to race number 24 of the NRSL Reebok Truck Series season number 4, and joining me in the booth yet again is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
Front row today is Alger Baranowskis in 17 alongside pole sitter Kyle Matthews, the Kentucky winner. Stephen Paul III and Zach Flickinger make up row 2 with Zachary Fitzwater and Tim Randolph row 3. Vince Almarego and Chris Luvier row 4, and Daniel James in his final start in the 13 for right now at least will start in row 5 alongside Sky Commons. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Stephen for his thoughts and predictions.
Well, there's been two races on this channel at Riverside. Both of them, the pole sitter is not one, so I'm not going to go with the pole sitter for the win. But it's definitely going to be an interesting race. We're definitely going to see a first-time Riverside winner this race. So my pick would probably be whoever started fourth. That'd be me, so I can't pick myself. So the third place guy. And coming into the points, Sam Young has had a pretty good stretch of racing all three, so I look to him to try to game on Amy and have a good race. And as we get to the back of the field, James Qualls and Biggie Luby are the last row.
Yep, and the points coming into this one as we're close to getting the command. Amanda Shelley comes in with a 74-point lead over Sam Young and can clinch her spot in the chase today. Here comes the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
Sam Young is second, John Irvin is 116 back in third, Sky Commons is fourth, 117 back, and Dylan Young is fifth in points, 137 back. Those are the drivers who could leave here as the points leader. Rest of the top 10 in this one is Tom Shelley, Kev Shear, RJ Reynolds, Zach Flickinger, and Jonathan Zorline. RJ Reynolds looking for a rebound as he has fallen to 8th in points, 202 points back, and I mean, we'll put it this way. He's not going to fall out of the chase. It's just a matter of whether or not he gets into through the top 10 or through the wild card.
Yeah, so here we go down. I'll let Charles start.
As pace truck is off. And we are green from Riverside.
Now, so also in Baranowski's favor, Swanson started second last season. So the pole sitter, not looking too well, but Kyle Matthews great. We start right here.
Yep, looking good so far. Baranowski is trying to come back at Zach Flickinger now. Pollard trying to make the move for third, and will do so.
Nice move by Pollard, coming up there a little bit racier here.
And Kyle Matthews trying to break away a little bit and look at the back of the field. So far clean and green, although this is where it can get hazardous.
Yep, for this tricky part of the S's up here.
And sounded like there's already some wall contact up farther in the pack, but right now there's still so far no one's been turned around.
No, pretty clean right here, going through the corners. There's everybody passing to South Cole up there, looking for a good run to get in the top 10 of points.
And right now, yeah, so it looks like the battle is for about the 7th position or so. It's between Zach Flickinger and Vince Almarego right now. Sky Commons trying to get up there in his SRT Motorsports entry.
Sky won at Dover, so trying to get another win here this week at Riverside.
Dylan Young also there in one of the few Ford entries in the field in that 19 truck.
Whoa.
And they're actually able to keep it off that wall a little bit, unlike we saw with the Cup guys in qualifying. So at least there is that.
Tim Randolph up there having a good run. Whoa, they're sideways.
Yep. Randolph, though, also last scored in 9th, just past Sky Commons, actually for the 8th position.
Seth Colton, everybody knows the tail right here. Brock was a little wide.
Yep. And
in the dirt.
I thought I saw a little bit of a battle possibly closing in. Baranowski is trying to catch back up to the 52 truck.
trying to keep the poll winners at Riverside streak to 0.
Although right now it looks like it'll be a 3-truck battle for that top spot as the NTN Toyota is in the wheel tracks of that Federated Auto Parts Chevrolet.
Stephen Paul III going for a clean sweep in all 3 series this year. I believe the only driver to do so.
Maybe on this one season, but I mean it's happened in seasons prior where
Yes.
someone won in all 3 in the same season, and obviously would not be the first one to win in all 3 series.
Jess needs a cup victory for that, I believe, and there's some others.
For the season, she's already gotten a cup win.
No, yeah, for this season, correct. As Baranowski is stalking Kyle Matthews.
Yeah, all over the back bumper of that 52 truck right now as try and look down. Looks like so far still all 42 trucks are running. And yeah, wow. Pleasantly shocked by this.
Alexander Rowe won Sonoma, so not looking too good for another road course race. Didn't bring the right setup, I guess.
Right now, battle is for the 8th position between Dylan Young and Sky Commons.
Everybody really close together here as Commons get into the back bumper of Young, like you said.
Now can he make a move here on this one long straightaway that we have here? It's one of about only 3 of them. Meanwhile, while Commons makes the move, Randolph makes the move on the 66 of Vince Almarego.
Down the inside there as here he comes.
Well, which will
Almarego
turn to be the outside lane actually.
Yeah, as 2 factory teams battling here.
Mm-hmm. And Baranowskis trying to go around the outside of Kyle Matthews. Didn't quite make it stick.
That was a brave move.
And now it sets up Stephen Paul III to try and take 2nd away, maybe.
Here he comes. Paul needs a win to get into the chase, so I don't even know where Amanda Shelley is running.
We'll check in on that once we watch the battle here for 2nd, at least through these couple corners. Fitzwater watches on in 4th.
Yeah, Fitzwater having a good, quiet day.
And Amanda Shelley, she started towards the back. She's worked her way up to the 21st position. And one driver I want to keep an eye on in regards to the battle for the, in regards to Shelley clinching her spot in the chase is Joshua Hyatt, who currently runs in 32nd. I am pretty sure that the scenario for Amanda Shelley is if she can finish 2 spots ahead of the 11, no matter what 2 spots they are, then Amanda Shelley will clinch her spot in the chase for season 4.
And Amanda also, no, this is actually 2 races. We got Texas and Richmond before we get to the playoffs.
Right, so the magic number at the end of the day is 296. Right now, her gap from 1st to 11th is 291.
Yeah, so.
That was entering the day, so obviously that makes 5 points to get to that 296 mark.
A lot of battles back here as Kyle Matthews still holds on to the lead up there.
Yep. Daniel James trying to look around the outside of Osborne. Couldn't quite make it stick for 18th as Chris Wilson gets moved off the track by Card Pollard.
Well, that was an aggressive move.
And now John Irvin trying to attack that Quaker State Chevy.
Do we have post-race attack after this?
What do you mean?
Is the 52 going to be too low?
No.
Damn.
As William Brock now trying to pass the 87 truck of Faith Rollins, who has lost several spots in this lap, was last scored in 11th, and currently now runs in the 15th position.
RJ won at Watkins Glen and Canadian Tire, but not hungry. A decent but not great day.
James Shelley, not a move I would recommend making there as he tries to find a way around the TRD Racing Toyota of Kev Shear. This is a battle for 13th.
At the time of this recording, this is Kev's birthday today, so I'd like to wish him a happy birthday if you actually watch this race.
It's his birthday where you're at. It's not his birthday where I'm at.
Well, I'm in the future and Charles is in the past, accordingly, as here comes Randolph.
As Vince Almarego goes wide.
He didn't go wide, he flew wide.
And we'll lose 2 spots out of that.
Top three are still inseparable right there.
Well, somewhat. Meanwhile, battle is for third actually with the 59 and the 01 trucks.
Let's see, not bad race. So some of these guys are getting some experience because the next, like I mentioned, I didn't mention, next Hooters race is at Lime Rock, so they're trying to get some more experience for it.
Well, and not to mention some of these guys in the Cup race as well on Sunday.
Yeah, that's more important in the Hooters series. So yeah, trying to get some experience for that.
Just like to point that one out as well. Meanwhile, looking at the back of the field again.
Steve Pollard not having a good day as Steve missed the Cup race and running not great in the Cup series.
4 wide.
This might not work.
They're at least 3 wide. They were looking at 4 wide with Zorline. He packs out of it.
Are we at Talladega?
Elijah Gilbert, the big benefactor out of this. He's going to gain about 4 spots out of all of that.
Hopefully we see this in the Cup race.
Highly unlikely, unfortunately. Ooh, Gilbert.
He's loose.
Someone hit the wall somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. Oh, it's John Irvin.
John
Clobbered it. Oh, and he got run into from behind by his own teammate.
And we've seen the 98 and the 88. Oh, God.
As
Everybody in the dirt.
Alexander Rowe gets shoved wide, loses the spot to Binky Louviere.
That's going to hurt Irving. Irving is, what, third in the...
He's third in points coming in. It helps out Amanda Shelley, though.
Big time. That's going to be probably the only incident of the day, it looks like.
Meanwhile, Faze Rounds, like I said, in 15th. James Shelley has lost the back bumper of Kev Shear, apparently.
Vince Amoreco, I believe he has a few top 10s this year.
And meanwhile, Baranowski is trying to close back in on the 52 of Kyle Matthews as there are just a handful of laps to go here at Riverside.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Baranowski's won the pole at Montreal's Canadian Tire, so give him a good road course drive for Baranowski's.
Won the pole in Hooters at Mosport.
You know what? It's late at night, but he did make the Cup race too.
Baranowskis comes into this one 27th in points. Kyle Matthews, worth mentioning, 35th in points coming in. This would be his second win on the season if he can hang on.
And remember, Kyle's best points finish this year was 37. Not this season, in his career. 37. You know, it's been a while since we've done a broadcast, all right?
By a while, he means a week.
Yeah, I'm getting a little rusty. I'm going to DW here.
So Kyle Matthews trying to hang on desperately because his playoff hopes, or chase hopes, whatever you want to call them, pretty much lying on getting another win.
Yeah, he needs another win. But
but here comes Baranowskis.
Oh my God, Baranowskis. Second place won this race last year. In second place, Baranowskis starts making the inside pass. Here we go.
And can he clear, or not he, can she clear? Is going to be the question.
Did it.
No, Kyle hangs it in there.
Sloan Pollard to come back here.
I was thinking of Kyle when I said it. There we go. That's going to be my same race. As Pollard now to second.
And Steven take the move. Wow, 59 went way back.
Fitzwater was looking for a room to get by for third and couldn't quite get there.
Now, Steven's been knocking on the door all season for a win. Steven won South Boston and Loudon, so can he get a road course win?
And now he's going to have his shot to try and take down the 17 of Alger Baranowskis.
Now, remember, Steven is a very good road course driver. He did win at Road America and somewhere else last season in the Cup Series. I believe it was Canadian Tire, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong.
It could have been. Zach Flickinger passing Tim Randolph, or Randolph trying to pass the 9, one or the other. I don't know which.
I'm liking all this exciting side-by-side racing. This is not a typical road course. Usually you see a single file line.
As Randolph going to try and get back to drivers right now on the 9 truck here.
Yep,
off the final corner. As Pollard makes the move to the outside.
That's going to somehow not... That's not going to work.
No. It really isn't. And it didn't work for Randolph either.
As I think Kyle's still got a good truck. He's just going to have to regroup, but only 3 laps to go. It's going to be tough to get back.
Well,
to
4 laps, actually.
4 laps.
Yeah, we're at 4 to go right now. Working lap 10 of 13. Into the hairpin.
The real question is, what version of the track is it? This is like the 80s version?
70.
The 70s version, man. Me and Charles were not alive in the 70s. I can confirm that.
I can as well, yes.
Maybe Binky Louvier was.
Maybe. But highly unlikely. Either way, is Stephen Paul III now trying to close back in on the 17 of Alger Baranowskis. And, I mean, this is a battle of 2nd and 4th place starters today.
Yep, as you know, to win at Riverside, you need to start in the top 5. 5th place won the cup race in 2nd, but here comes Paul, and he's flying down there.
He's going to be able to make a peeking move here through this final right-hander.
Let's like DW, he's boogieing down in there.
Ironically enough, battling the DW truck. And Baranowski's going to hold it in strong there. Pollard still there.
Oh my god, ballsy move by Paul. Oh no.
Going to shove Baranowskis wide, and Kyle Matthews now to 2nd.
Now Kid Pollard holding him off.
And Fitzwater unable to make the move for 3rd.
Oh boy. Well, last week we went off the air. We saw Steve Paul win in Valserine, and Steven trying to make it 2 in a row.
Well, he's going to have to hold off a hungry Kyle Matthews, though, I think, for this one.
Yeah, Kyle's got a strong truck. Steven's going to have to work for it.
Although that said, the 77 actually is the only one to set a lap time in the minute 17s.
Yeah, so it's good to see Steven up there. So the Pollards have won 7 races so far. This will be the 8th win if he can hold off.
And there's the truck that has set the fastest lap of the race. Barely got into the 17s.
Steven's had a decent season. He's had 3 top 5, 4 top 10. So not a great. He won a pole somewhere too, but I don't remember. I think it was Michigan.
Battle for 5th once again. Here comes Randolph yet again, the Canadian Tire Chevrolet.
Here comes Matthews.
Kyle's making a peek.
Can't get this.
And Randolph clears.
Randolph's got a fast truck if we can get up there, but I don't think Steven's going to have enough to hold on Matthews. That 52 is hungry and fast.
And he's there.
Yeah, the 01 just got lucky because of the passes. Once you get side by side, this truck is good. But look at that.
And Flickinger re-overtakes the 68 truck.
Are we going to be the FIA and give 5-second penalties here?
I mean, he kept it on track. There's no need for a penalty. Randolph coming back at the 9.
Got some good battling right there. Only that was the lead, but the real battle is going to be up here. Can Steve make one more lap?
Chris Louvier trying to hold off the 22 truck of Seth Cole. Either that or re-overtaking him for the 10th position.
Chris finished 2nd in this race last year, so another good run for him. His average finish would be 6 if he can hold off.
And Pollard will see the white flag this time by. Can Kyle Matthews close in on the 01 truck?
And now he's got to be careful because Kyle's right catching him, but catching him is one thing and passing is another.
Although, granted, this is probably about where he'd have to have made the move to really complete a pass.
Well, we see the 9 car overtaking the S's, so let's see how the 52 spans out here.
Well, the white flag is out. 1 lap to go from Riverside.
Like last year in the Cup Series, it was the last lap pass. Who was Will Lewis passing Matt Dixon? I don't think there was in the Truck Series.
Ooh, I think Kyle got a little loose though.
And that's all with Steve Pollard. Lessons learned from Steve Pollard.
Battling for 2nd right now is the 17 and the 52.
As it looks like that was all with Steven needs, as Baranowski's trying to get a 2nd place now.
And worth mentioning, the wildcards coming into today were Joshua Hyatt and Preston Plord. Neither of them have run well.
Yep, and Steven, he might not get in the chase, but this is going to be a good shot in the arm for him trying to make a cup chase too.
He was 29th in points coming in, so he's got that part taken care of. And down the long, I guess you could call it a back straightaway technically.
This is not his first truck. I don't know when the last time that happened, but it's been a while.
as Tim Randolph was trying to make a move around the outside of Zach Flickinger, decides better of it. Now he's going to make a move to the right. And Baranowskis makes the move for second. It'll be Stephen Paul III winning at Riverside. And the battle for second will go to Baranowskis.
Oh, what a finish.
And Randolph got Flickinger.
Oh my god, great point in the field right there as they Pollets win their 8th race of the season. Good job by Steve.
And Seth Cole actually got around Louvier.
And Seth gets a top right there, helps him in his quest to get top 10 points. As the Pollets actually went back-to-back races on this channel now.
And how about this? That's not entirely true. How about this? All 42 trucks finish.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And
really
Joshua Hyatt,
so.
rest in peace. 11th.
Big
Or
time, but
41st,
the only
I mean.
crash we really saw was the 88 of Irving. That was about it.
98's got some damage to the rear bumper, which I'm kind of curious about.
Yeah, I remember Irving kind of cremated it. He kind of
Well,
cremated
no,
it.
but that was the nose. So 98 had damage before that, though.
Yeah, they're going to need some AMF for that damage.
That's AM/PM. That's a convenience store.
You know what? It is 2:16 in the morning, so.
So with that, let's take a look at what happened to the 98 if we can, and definitely what happened to the 88, and then we'll bring you the results. And here we are looking at what happened to John Irvin. Jonathan Zorline's hit was he just simply kind of got tight and ran into the 6 truck of Sam Young. So, but here's what happened to John Irvin. Card Pollard just dumped him.
Not happy the way John Irvin raced him, and then Card Pollard said, screw you even more.
Yeah, ruining his
I
own
wonder if
race
they're
even
lined
more.
up in the pit boxes together.
That would have been something, wouldn't it? And then Joshua Hyatt's going to miss him barely, but Zorline will not.
And yeah, Zorline with the ARCA brakes, but helps to go straight.
But the bright side is both Zorline and Irvin would finish the race, and neither one of them actually pit.
I know, that's the
So
surprising
Irvin
part.
finished with that damage on his truck.
And still past trucks.
Yeah. So with that, let's take a look at the results today. Stephen Paul III is your race winner over Alger Baranowskis, Kyle Matthews, Zachary Fitzwater, Tim Randolph, Zach Flickinger, Sky Commons, Vince Almerigo, Dylan Young, and Seth Cole, the top 10. No one records their first top 5 of the season in this one. And a look at the bottom of the field. Alexander Rowe, the last place finisher, but no DNFs today.
I don't know if there's any last season, but that's pretty good for a road course.
Yeah, it's really good for a road course. We could have actually ran this with caution flags on and no one would have been able to tell.
I know. That's
Actually, maybe the Irvin wreck might have caused one with debris. Who knows?
Yeah.
But either way, Steven, your final thoughts?
It was definitely a good race. Hopefully the cup race is the same. 4th place won the race here, so it looks like if you start in the top 5 with a shot to win, if the cup race is exciting, I'll be very happy. Card Pollard and John Irvin are going to have some intense words. So Steve Pollard missed the cup race, so he can't win that. But maybe Steven, well, he starts way back, so he's going to have no shot. But we'll see how the cup race goes. Definitely a good race.
So you got more laps.
Wait, what? You
got more laps in the cup race.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it was like I mentioned, a really good race, a lot of passing. Really impressed with Charles Ionized skill because usually road courses are single file. And there was a lot of passing. And Tim Randolph and Zach Flickinger had a great battle, and that's the battle of the day for sure.
Those two were inseparable all race.
And also worth mentioning, 2 races to the chase. So really looking forward to how the points shape up and to see how the wild cards go because it's going to be interesting from here on out. And Texas is going to be crazy. And we're going for the 6 shooters.
And so worth mentioning, unofficial, but I believe Amanda Shelley will have clinched her spot in the chase with the 21st place finish today. So there is that as well.
Daniel James in his final truck start finished 18th. Give a shout out to Daniel there.
And with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fan 1. And for Stephen Power 3rd, this has been a production of the NRSL. I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.